Students, let's get started with the same chapter, heat and temperature, but with new topic, conduction and convection. Right, so let's get started. The chapter name is heat and temperature, page number 58. Open quickly. I will give the reading for the topic. Afterwards I will explain and discuss the topic in my own language. How does heat conduction occurs? You have learned in earlier classes that molecules, that means particles of a solid, are very tightly packed. They cannot move freely, though they can vibrate about a fixed position. When one end of solid metal rod is heated, as in the above case, heat increases the vibration of the molecules at that end of the rod which is in contact with the flame. These molecules collide with neighboring molecules and some heat energy is passed on to the next molecules. These in turn begins to vibrate faster and pass on the heat energy farther away from the flame. In this way, heat energy is transferred by contact from a molecule at higher temperature to the next at lower temperature through the entire length of the rod, although each individual molecule remains in its original location. Okay, so I have given the reading. I hope that you have not understand anything until I will give you the explanation. So here I am gonna give you the explanation about the topic. Okay, conduction. As you can see on your screen that I am showing you two blocks, one having the temperature of 100 degree, one for 10 degree. Here consider that here you are putting the source of flame, okay, and this part is in direct contact with this flame. Right, now how the energy will transfer from one side of the block to the other side, I will explain. Now this is in contact with the flame, so these molecule will experience the heat, they would get the higher temperature. Okay, now they will soon start to vibrate, and as soon as they starts to vibrate, the transformation of energy would take place from one molecule to another until it doesn't reaches the end point of the rod or the block. Okay, the temperature of one block is higher, another one is lower, so the transfer of energy would continue until both the block receives the same temperature. Right, so without actual movement, the solid particles or molecules will transfer the energy from molecule to molecule. They are not changing their position. Okay, the process of collision, the vibration is transferring the energy from one molecule to another, and soon it will reaches the last portion and it would balance the energy in both the blocks. This is how the process of conduction take place without movement. Okay, I am again and again mentioning that in conduction, heat transfer occurs due to the collision of particles. There is no movement of particles from one place to another. Okay, I hope that concept of conduction is clear to you. Okay, now on page number 59 we have some activities mentioned. We are not supposed to do these activities, so open page number 100. Now how does convection occur? I will explain the concept of convection. Now convection can take place in fluids like water, air. Okay, because the molecules are free to move about. The process of convection includes the movement of molecules. When a fluid is heated, it expands, becomes less dense, therefore raises, carrying heat along with it. The cold fluid being denser, sinks down to the heat source. This cold fluid then gets heater and moves upward. This process continues and heat is transferred in the entire volume of fluid through movement of fluid molecules. These movement of fluid molecules are termed as convection current. Okay, so it was the bookish language. Now I will explain in my own language. Convention, as you all can see in your screen, that this is a room or whatever. Okay, now this is candle flame and these are the molecules. You have your palm over this flame, you can experience the heat, right, the higher temperature as soon as you would have your hand over the flame, right. This is because the molecules around this candle or the atmosphere around this candle is experiencing the higher temperature due to the burning of the flame. Okay, in convection, particles are free to move from one place to another to transfer heat. In this process they are basically free to move, right, they are free to move. Now in this, there is a difference between conduction and convection. The major difference between these two is, in this you can see that molecules are moving from this to the palm, right, they are moving, they are free to move. But in conduction process they does not move from their actual position, they can only vibrate at their own position for the transfer of energy from one molecule to another. But when we talk about convection, molecules are free for their movement in order to transfer energy, right. So this is the main difference between these two concepts. I hope that the difference between these two concepts is clear to you. If you don't have, you can ask me in our live sessions. Till then, give it a reading, go through the chapter thoroughly and note down your doubts clear in live session. Till then, bye and take care.